This is a young female peregrine, and she's been we've been training her. We took her at 30 days old from the parents. It's a new method of making them extra tame, but they'll also breed. They also know they're wild. But I have her Hood. She's a little noisy sometimes. You know me? We've been working about 5 months together, and I don't know what she's talking about. I really don't. But when you're working with a wild animal like this, you want to make sure you're not feeling anger or having argued with somebody, or that you've drunk too much alcohol or done some kind of drug. When you work with an animal, you want to be right here in the moment, totally focused. And when you're hooding, it is even more important, because you're placing this human-made device on their head, which is totally foreign. And if it doesn't fit well, or you bungle it too many times, that bird may never let you hood her again. And so just be sure your head's straight, you got your motions under control, and when she's talking to me like she just was, I've not done anything to excite her or make her angry with my feelings. And so hooding is an art. And even though I may have practiced falconry for 50 years, I am still learning to do it. I'm going to approach her real slow. This is a hood that we fitted. We've molded it with our fingers. We've shaved off any sharp points. And she's actually worn this hood, and it fits her like a glove. So I'm going to approach her very slowly. How you doing, huh? Just real slow. I'm holding it from the top knot so I can control it. I have it tilted so I can get her beak in. How you doing, huh? And I'm just gonna, she's looking at me, and I get it over her beak, and I let go of it. I don't force it on. Now, it kind of sticks on her head. Sometimes I can shake it off, but a really good fitting hood will sit there. She can see out of it right now. I just tip it a little bit back with my finger to get it back on her skull, okay? And then you have to reach up, and I'll pull those braces, but as I pull them shut, I'm gonna dip. And when I dip, she's gonna push her head up into the hood a little more. We hope so. You ready, huh? Like that. Then, it's not all the way back. I'm gonna take it like this and quickly push her beak down a bit so it brings the hood down, and I don't want it to touch her gape. It just barely touches her gape, and I could probably take an X-Acto blade and shave it a little more so that it doesn't touch the skin of the corner of her mouth. That will irritate them, and it will cause a sore to form. So this particular beak opening, bell-shaped, is made so they can also eat through it, and they can throw up their pellet. And so then when I take it off, this is a really fat bird. We're at the end of the flying season. So I'm gonna slowly go up. I'm gonna grab that side with my mouth and the other side with my fingers, and I'm gonna pull them open evenly. Okay, so let's see if we can do that. Oh. So I pull it open, let her sit there just a bit, and then I grab the top and let her pull out of it. And sometimes you'll get feathers stuck in the corners here, and it is a trick to take the hood off without pulling feathers out of their neck. That would irritate anybody. So the main thing is work slowly with them. Don't try and do this fast. And if it's a well-fitting hood, then she's not, I'm going to look in here. I'm looking for any meat. Looked like there was a little piece of dried meat in there. Okay, let's try and hood her again. We're going to hood this bird. Can we hood you, huh? I talk to him. Talk to him. Get to you, know your voice. She's used to my face, my hat. Look at her eyes. She has her nictating. She has her nictating membrane, her second eyelid. It's shutting. She knows the hood's coming. And we just pop it on so it's just popped on. I'm not forcing it. Don't force this. If she throws it off, whoop, dropped it. I'm always dropping hoods. You're just gonna drop it. Hold her, don't let her go. You're gonna bend real slow. If she baits, so you're ready for it. Okay, she drops it. She shook it off her head. I'm gonna come up again. Just flicking her membrane there in her eye. Okay, let's. Got it on, and I'm not going to waste too much time. I bent down to try and get her to push up. And if you practice that, it went on perfectly. Now, if that hood didn't fit, she would be grabbing me very tightly on the gauntlet. A red tail will go through your gauntlet, but this is a nice goat leather gauntlet, and she'd be hunching and obviously in distress. And if that happens, you need to get that hood off quickly. But so she settles down. She's a nice fat peregrine. We flew her for 5 months. She's ready to go into the molt, and I'm winding up the season. She hoods well, and it will get better next year. But this is a Northwoods hood, hand sewn, with the Gore-Tex braces, and it fits really nicely. She scratched it a lot, but it doesn't cave in the eyepieces. If you see that that's happening, then you either need a new hood or reshape it with some water and let it dry again. But you want hard eyepieces that she can't do. Let's show you a Harris hawk and its hood.